friends, welcome to E-Class. Myself Smita teacher. Students, open your EVS 1 textbook, page number 59. New point we will start. Fertilizers. If the same crops are grown repeatedly in a field, the fertility of the soil decreases. Every year, every time farmers are taking same crops, in such a case, the fertility of the soil decreases. Then we have to add fertilizers to the soil to restore its productivity. Fertilizers increases the fertility of soil, so we have to add fertilizers to the soil to increase its productivity. Then only farmers will get high yield. Fertilizers provide the required nutritive substances to the crop. Nutritive substances are required for the proper growth of plants. So the nutritive substances are provided by the fertilizers. There are two kinds of fertilizers, natural and chemical. Natural fertilizers are called manures. Natural fertilizers are called manures. Cow dung is the best example of natural fertilizer. They are obtained from materials available in the nature like green waste and animal dung. Green waste means wet garbage. If we have kept separately, then we can put it in the farm. It is also one type of manure. Chemical or artificial fertilizers are mixtures of different chemical substances in the specific proportions useful for agriculture. In a specific proportion, some chemical substances are mixed and it is called as artificial or chemical fertilizers. For example, urea. In traditional agriculture, organic manure such as compost were used. Chemical fertilizers came to be used for quicker growth and higher yield. However, the harmful effect of the use of these fertilizers soon became clear. The overuse of chemical fertilizers leads to the accumulation of excessive chemicals in the soil. This lowers the fertility of soil and reduces its productivity. If we have used more chemical fertilizers, then also the fertility of the soil decreases. So it should be in proper portion. Overwatering makes the land saline and fallow. This is seen especially in the parts where water is available in plenty, as for example near dams or on river banks. More water also not good for plants. Then land becomes saline and fallow. If land becomes saline and fallow, it has to be tested to find out which substances it lacks. Then we have to find which substances of soil is lack. The fertility can be restored by adding these substances. Then we have to add the substances which are lack. It is costly and time consuming procedure, but it is too costly and time consuming. Therefore, it is better to avoid excessive use of fertilizers and water. So we don't have to use excessive fertilizers and water. If proportion of fertilizers and water is enough or proper, then fertility of the soil will increase. Spraying insecticides. If there are insects on the crop, then farmers use insecticides to kill the pest. Pesticides or insecticides. To kill the insects, farmers use insecticides. Protection of crops. Diseases and pest attacks can damage crops in the field. As a remedy, insecticides and pesticides are sprayed on crops or certain chemicals are rubbed on the seeds before sowing. See, to avoid the attack of insects and pests, before sowing the seeds, we can rub some chemicals to the seeds and then we can sow. It is the best precaution. Storage of grain. Storing the harvested crop safely is as important as increasing the production. What steps are taken for this purpose? Storage of grain must be safe. It should be safe because mice, there will be the attack of mice on grain, and grain will get damaged, destroyed. The grain is dried well in the sun and filled in sack. Grain should be dried well in the sun. If it is not dried properly, then there will be the growth of fungus on it, and there will be damage to the grains. The sacks are then stocked in a house or after selling in warehouses or shops. The sacks are then stocked in the house or after selling in warehouses or shops. Stored grain can get damaged in two ways. Mice, rats, and insects can spoil the grain to the great extent. See, these animals, mice, rats, and insect will spoil the grain. So we have to store it safely. Also, if the grain is stored in the closed and damp place, it catches fungus and becomes unfit for eating. If we stored it in a closed and damp space, it catches fungus and become unfit for eating. Then also there will be the spoil of grain. To prevent such a damage by pest, chemicals are sprayed at the place of storage or all around it. Where we are going to store the grains, we have to spray some chemicals. Neem leaves are mixed in the grains. It is traditional way. Neem leaves also we can mix in the grains. Some protective chemicals that can be mixed with the grain are also available in the market. Some protective chemicals are there in the market. We can use it to save the grains. Their smell repels insect. Repel means keeping distance away from the grains. Insects are away from the grains because of these chemicals. Storage places are also, always kept dry and airy to prevent fungus formation. If stored places is dry and proper ventilation is there, then we can prevent the grains from fungus formation. This is the picture of neem leaves. So neem leaves also we can use to store the grain safely. Use your brain power. What is the advantages of storage? Use your brain power. What is the advantage of storing grain in wattle and daub basket? We can save the grain from the attack of mice, rats, and insects because of wattle and daub baskets. Food storage and conservation of environment. Food storage and conservation of environment. Like humans, other living things also store food. Each of them has a different way of doing it. Insects like ants store food. Bees collect nectar. Nectar means the juice of flower from flowers and stored it in honeycomb in the form of honey. Honey means the nectar from flowers which bees collect and store in the honeycomb. Squirrels store seeds. Because these animals store food, it is available to them when they need it. Like as us, animals also store their food. All the time, plants are busy producing the food they need. Plants produce their own food. Even so, there are some plants that store food. You are familiar with the bulbs of plants such as onions and garlic, and tubers such as potatoes, gingers, etc. They are all parts of the stem of the plants. See, onions, garlic, tubers such as potato, gingers are the stem of the plants. Radishes, sweet potatoes, beetroots are the roots of their plants. These are the roots of plants. These plants store food in their stem or root. These plants store their food in the stem or root. We too store food in our homes according to our needs. We also store our food according to our family needs. In India, due to the improved methods of cultivation, we now produce plenty of food grains. The production exceeds the demands. Because of population, we need more food grains. So, because of the improved methods of cultivation nowadays in India, we produce plenty of food grains. The surplus food grain is stored in huge warehouses. Food grains, huge of amount of food grains is stored in the huge warehouses. Sometimes production is affected by a disaster such as floods, drought, the cyclone, and the hailstorm. At such a time, the stored surplus grain can be used for the people. It can also be used for the people displaced due to disasters like an earthquake. See, if there are some natural disasters, then whatever food grains we have stored, surplus food grains, we can use that time. Same thing nowadays. Because of COVID-19, because of lockdown, many people were employless. That means they did not have the work to do, they did not have the income. So in this case, government have provided them free of cost rice and wheat. So this rice and wheat is stored in the warehouses. So in COVID-19, government can provide to the people and they can help the people. Visit to a fair price shop. Visit a fair price shop to understand the rationing system. Public distribution system. See, rationing system means public distribution system. Observe the different kinds of grain available there and if possible the types of ration cards. How many color of ration cards? Types of ration card, that means it is depend on the color. So you have to do this activity. You can ask your parents also. Visit to a fair price shop, that means rationing shop. Okay. A green revolution. Today our country is self-reliant as far as production of food grains is concerned. We are also able to export the surplus grain. The tremendous increase in the food grains production in our country was achieved during the Green Revolution. It was brought about by the joint efforts of scientists, people working for the spread of science and farmers. The credit for the research that led to improvement in the seeds of wheat and rice that resulted in the Green Revolution in India goes to Dr. M. S. Swaminathan. See, this is the photo of Dr. M. S. Swaminathan who improved the seeds of rice and wheat, and because of that our country India can take more production of the wheat and rice. Food security. Food is a basic need. Many countries have made laws to ensure that every person gets sufficient food according to their needs. These laws are known as food security laws. In 2013, our country too enacted the food security law. It has made it possible to fight ills like malnutrition and starvation and death due to hunger. See, food security law is there. In India also it is started in 2013, and because of this law we can fight the ills like malnutrition. That means our body, because of no food, our body is too weak. Starvation. and there is death due to hunger. We can fight against of these ills. Agricultural assistance program. Through this program, farmers are given proper information and guidance about the latest technology, irrigation facilities, improved seeds, use of fertilizers and pesticides, etc. They can also get weather forecast and other agriculture related information from these assistance centers. There are some centers to assist the farmers. They can get the information about the weather. So according to the forecast of weather, they can do their activities in the farm. If they suppose there is the news of weather forecast that in these days there will be heavy rainfall, so farmers be aware and they can take care of their crops. So like this information and some technology, latest technologies are provided. There are some concession to use these new techniques or new machineries for farmers. There is concession in the machines which are used in the farmer. A farmer asking for information from the agricultural assistance center. See, in this picture you can see the one man is talking on mobile. That means he is asking the information from agricultural assistance center, taking information. In addition, agricultural schools have also been started for farmers. Agricultural schools are there. BSc Agri is the course. We can get many information about the crops and seeds, improved seeds. Members of farmers family can learn about new technology at these schools. Agricultural produce marketing committees hold exhibitions for farmers. The agricultural department of the government, agricultural universities, televisions, newspapers and various periodicals work for spread of modern methods of agriculture. All these sections are working for the modern methods of agriculture. Now it is possible for all farmers to use these modern methods to increase production. By using these modern methods, farmers can increase their production, increase the production of grains. The whole country benefits from these efforts. Whole country get the benefits of this from these efforts because the population of our country is too much. It is, our country has huge population, so everyone should get the food, and it is possible when our agricultural production is more. Do you know organic farming? Farming that relies on natural, that is organic material, is called organic farming. Only on natural material it is depend, or we use the natural material, it is called as organic farming. It is a form of traditional agriculture. In this method, the nutritive substances in the soil are retained. In this method, nutritive substances of the soil is retained. The organic pesticides used in this method have no harmful effect on those who eat the produce. There is no harmful effect if on the grain organic pesticides are sprayed. The grains grown by this method is nutritious and also good to the taste. The grains grown by this method is nutritious and more tasty. That is why farmers have begun to opt for organic farming methods. So farmers are ready to do organic farming method, ready to follow the organic farming method. Organic farming involves use of manure obtained from plants and animals. These manures consist of fish and bone meal, animals excreta, animal excreta means potty of animal, as well as decomposed remains of plants. Decomposed remains of plants means the dried leaves which are fallen on the ground. It decomposes and it is too good for the soil. Decomposes remains of plants and animals. An animal, after the death of animals, that dead body decomposes and mixed in the soil. It is also the good fertilizer of the for the soil, and it is called as organic farming because all natural materials we use here. Always remember, first, crops should be watered only as much as necessary. Second, care should be taken when using chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Their overuse should also be avoided. What we have learned. There are two main agricultural reasons. There are two main agricultural seasons, the Kharif and the Rabi season. Using improved methods of farming leads to an increase in production. Third, farmers can get information about modern agricultural technology through agricultural assistance program. Thank you. Have a nice day. Eat healthy, stay home, stay safe, and study well.